All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Listen, it's beginning to look a lot like, no, not Christmas, but Australia. And what I mean by that is we continue to see these Democrat cities impose these lockdowns, these vaccine mandates, pinning each other against one another. I mean, that's what's happening right now here in America. We are dividing this country potentially beyond repair. And it's these Democrat mayors, Bill de Blasio, Lori Lightfoot, Democrat governors, Gavin Newsom, Kathy Hochul, who are imposing these ridiculous Australian-like draconian measures that, to be honest, statistically we've seen they just don't work. They don't work locking up people. If anything, it's making the coronavirus spread even worse. Yet they still want to mask us up. They want to require vaccine mandates. And Mayor Lori Lightfoot is the newest member of the Democratic Party to now impose vaccine mandates in her home city of Chicago. Breaking 911 just reported only moments ago that Chicago mayor to require vaccine proof for indoor spaces like restaurants, bars, and gyms. So Chicago becomes yet another test case to communism. Why these Democrats keep following each other is beyond me. Listen, it didn't work in California. It's not working in New York City. Why does Lori Lightfoot think it's going to work in Chicago? By the way, guys, cheers. It's Christmas week. If you're at home, go pour yourself a nice drink. It's the least we can do after such a stressful year. So I just wanted to say and point out happy holidays to all of you guys. And I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever religion you practice. I hope you have a wonderful time with your friends and family. I'll be drinking all week here on set because the year's almost over and I'm getting ready for a very, very wonderful holiday season in New Year's Eve. So Mayor Lori Lightfoot, she's requiring vaccine passports inside restaurants, bars, and gyms. Let's break down the article. Today, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, the Chicago Department of Public Health, and the Chicago Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection announced that any individual 5 years of age or older will be required to show proof that they are fully vaccinated against COVID-19 to dine indoors, visit gyms, or enjoy entertainment venues where food or drink are being served. The new requirement goes into effect on January 3rd. So as of January 3rd, if you're visiting Chicago or if you live in the city of Chicago, you are going to need to show proof of vaccination. This is in response to a rise in COVID-19 cases, both locally and nationally, driven in part by the Omicron variant, and is similar to requirements already in place in other large cities like New York City and Los Angeles. And again, we know that Los Angeles has been a failure. Look, 34,000 students in Los Angeles Unified School District, I reported this on a show last week, have said, screw you. We're not doing the mandate. We're just not doing it. We're not getting vaccinated. So what happened? They were all supposed to be vaccinated by the January 10th deadline, which is not going to happen anymore. So they pushed the deadline to fall 2022. People, this is what happens when you fight and push back. And I don't get why the American people don't understand that. It's very simple. Resist. Fight it. Okay? I'm not suggesting that we don't take care of each other, that we don't look after one another. But I am suggesting that we resist the mandates, that we resist the tyranny. Because if we let that go, what's the point of being American? What's the point of living in the United States of America if we're not going to be a free country? So in Los Angeles, 34,000 students said, screw you, we're not doing it. Parents said, screw you, we're not doing it. And the Los Angeles Unified School District, the second largest in all of California, was forced to push their mandate to fall 2022. So if you can get these people to delay a mandate, you can win the war on mandates altogether to the point where they'll drop it completely. I mean, look what just happened in New York State. Kathy Hochul said, I want masks on. 32 counties, more than 50% of the counties in New York State said, nope, we're not doing it this time, Kathy. We'll let our residents decide if they want to mask up or not, but we're not mandating it. 32 counties said our health departments will not be enforcing it. And guess what? You didn't hear a freaking peep out of Kathy Hochul. It's really that simple. I mean, it really is that simple. When the masses resist, when they say we're not doing it, it's very easy. You win. And finally, these Republican counties had a backbone. Even Democrat, a few Democrat counties, a very few, had the backbone to resist. And the politicians finally stood up, and that's what got the job done. And I've been screaming at the GOP and the Republican politicians for a year now, saying, where the hell are you guys? When I think I'm fighting harder than our political leaders, that's a freaking problem. You got Lee Zeldin, who's running for governor of New York next year, November 2022. He's out there every day fighting, screaming, put an end to the damn mandates, keep the kids in school, stop doing this to people. Every day he's fighting. He's the only one, though. He can't do it on its own. We need to hear from everybody else. We need our own Jim Jordans or Matt Gaetz, Ted Cruz's, Josh Hawley's, Lauren Berbert's, Marjorie Taylor Greene's. We need anything in New York State. And you need it in Illinois. And you need it in California. Republican members got to step up. Because right now, they're getting absolutely buried.